Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy.
Mike, appreciate you sitting down with me. This is really an honor, one, because of who you are, but more than that, we're obviously here on a golf course. And it's a pretty special bond in terms of the basketball players who love golf. That group is growing by the years. A lot more people picking up the game, but you've been in it for a long time, and I'm fascinated just to know, how that love for golf in general just started, and how you balanced, golf and basketball while you were playing. Because I'm in that boat right now, and I feel like sometimes I'm playing too much golf, but sometimes I feel like I'm not playing enough.
Well, that's the easiest point. I mean, that's the easiest question I can answer. Is that when I was playing, it was snow on the ground in Chicago. There was no golf courses. There was nothing. If it was, things would have been a little bit different. But I kind of got into golf mainly because, from a competitive standpoint, to me, it is the hardest game to play.
Absolutely.
I can always respond to an opponent, a defensive guy, offensive guy, whatever. But in golf, it's like playing in a mirror, and you're battling yourself consistently to try to get perfection. Every swing, every putt. For a competitive person like me, this is what keeps me sane, because when I walk away from the game of basketball, that was enough to keep my competitive juices working.
Absolutely.
Now when I don't have that game, this game, and it even drives me crazy then. Now I go fishing in between my golf because I got to show patience in fishing. That's going to be relative to golf.
Good morning and welcome to the first day of the 43rd Ryder Cup.
We're here at the Ryder Cup. We're here at Whistling Straits. I'm fascinated by this event. This is my first time here. When you get here and you see the atmosphere, you see the chants and the noise, and I'm wondering, what do you think from a team perspective, when guys are individuals throughout the whole year, how does that permeate in golf? Because with us, we get rah-rah in the locker room.
Sure.
Like, how does that accountability, you think, work in that locker room when
it's
guys
tough.
are on different journeys?
It's tough, I mean, I've had countless conversations with some of the players, and if I can put it in the most simplest terms, is that you have to give up bits and pieces of who you are for the benefit of the team, and that can be something so simple as response, support, spending time, having lunch, dinner. Either way, I learned that later in my years because initially in basketball, I was so focused in my craft that was matter. That's what matters the most. But to win, you have to give parts of yourself to other people and look at people in a different manner and come to accept them. Ryder Cup is very similar in the same sense. I mean, yeah, you got Tiger Woods on your team. Tiger Woods can only win 1 point.
Yeah, 1 point.
And he may not even win. It depends on if you're playing alternate shot. So it's things that you have to, factor in. Our best asset is on singles, but we always seem to struggle in alternate shot, best ball. And that, I think, has been something that the European team has always been able to capitalize on. And for us, we should learn from that.
Well, a fixture at Ryder Cups through the years. I first remember seeing Michael Jordan at his first Ryder Cup in Valderrama, Spain in 1997. These guys could go to any event they want in the world, and they never miss the Ryder Cups.
I know you've traveled to Europe and been on the road venues. You've been in home venues. If you were on the Ryder Cup team, would you rather be playing on the road, somewhere in Europe, playing against that road crowd, being able to shut them up, or would you rather be on home turf, hyping, feeling the energy here with the home atmosphere?
You know the answer to that.
I know. I just want to hear it.
I'd rather be on the road. I'd rather be on the road. I love playing on the road, and it seems as though your concentration level is much, much better. You know that you're not expected to win, so that you can have the opportunity to prove the unknown. And a lot of times when you play at home, you let your hair down, you get relaxed. You see more friends, you see more family. You got to worry about tickets. You got to worry about so many other different things. So I always love playing on the road, so it minimizes my thought process, and I can focus on my craft. And I would imagine if I was playing on the Ryder Cup, I would much rather play in Europe than to play at home.
And there's another one for Dustin Johnson. That's Michael Jordan on board.
You got a lot of different characters on the USA team. Do you see yourself in any of the Team USA members? Who do you see yourself in the most in terms of their demeanor on the course or
That's
something
hard.
about them?
That's hard.
You could say nobody because they ain't on your level yet.
No, I think I like to say that competitive nature is you can see it in a lot of the guys, and it comes in a lot of different ways. I can see a little bit of myself in JT.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a little bit of myself in Brooks. I can see a little bit of my calmness and confidence in DJ. So I can see a lot of those qualities that take to be successful.
Basketball, especially in the way that you play the game, you could impact the game on both ends of the floor. I'm sure you always felt like there was time for you to flip a switch and get things back under control. True. In golf, you can't really control what the other person's doing. How do you think that mentality is mastered in golf?
I think when I talk to all of my buddies, when they're playing the big matches, and I see that they're leading, the first thing I type to them or I text them is keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're not trying to overthink. Just keep it simple. Fairways and greens. Blah blah blah. You can't get it all back in one hole. You got to take a shot at a time. To me, those are simple conversations. That's a simple way to stop what you're thinking. I know it's a Ryder Cup. I know there's a bunch of people watching. I'm down 5 and after 5. Let's just keep it simple. Let's hit fairways and greens now. That's all you can do. You can't just turn a switch and say, you know what, you race to 5, let's start all over again. No, you got to channel your thoughts to start basically working your way back to getting more confident about your swing, scoring, or the match. Now, it may not happen that way, but I think that's a good start, and sometimes it does.
I've been to a couple of PGA events. I've been to one major. This is my first Ryder Cup. This is the first time that I've been on a course watching and haven't gotten the itch to go play. And I say that because the competition is so ripe.
Yeah.
Usually when I go to a tournament, I'm like, dang, like the shots are inspiring me to, I want to go to the range right now and work on this and that. You feel like a similar vibe? Or is that competitive nature still like,
I stay in my lane. I stay in my lane. I watch these guys are good.
Yeah, they're great.
And to watch them under the pressure
of
being able to hit shot after shot after shot, knowing that you got so many thousands of people against you, and you have so many thousands of people supporting you. You don't want to let them down. Being able to represent that fan base, USA or Europe. And for me, I don't have the skill set to put myself in that environment. Now, if you tell me I got a basketball in my hand, now that's a different story. But if I had a golf club in my hand, there's no way I can get comfortable to hit a 50-yard shot or a 100-yard shot. Not with all these people.
Not all these people.
He's got President Bush, Michael Jordan over his right shoulder. He's got a big moment here to try to turn this thing around.
Who on the European team would you be most scared to play against? And I hate using that word with you.
I'm not scared of anybody. But Ian Poulter.
He is a
every time I try to, I used to go and watch him all the time. If I'm in any of his matches or walking down, he finds me after he makes a good putt, and it's like, man, I didn't do anything. I like you. I support you. I stay away from him when he's walking. When I'm walking, I won't go watch him.
You sparked the miracle of Madonna, right?
I didn't spark it. I did not. No, I don't know. I had my own thoughts about it, but I didn't spark it.
Those are maniacal eyes, aren't they?
And we went from definitely winning the Medina to crying, driving home that we just got our butts kicked. And that's Ian Poulter.
There's always that debate on whether you hate losing more than you love winning, right? And I feel like, for me, losing just is the worst feeling in life at anything, whether it's cars, golf, basketball, whatever it is. How do you feel about that? And also, like, how do you think that translates in terms of a team competition in golf that these guys are going through?
I hate losing. It's not even a question. But I have to respect losing because losing is a part of winning.
Yeah.
You never just, win. You got to lose to win. And I think the one thing about, the Ryder Cup situation is that we got to want it bad enough. We were dominant early on. And now that they are, does it mean as much to us as it does to them?
Absolutely.
And if that's the case, then losing is going to hurt.
Absolutely.
To a point where you would look at, how can I do things different? How can I change? how can I make this team better? And that's the thing about a team, and you know this too, is that before you can look at someone else, you got to look at yourself in the mirror, because that's how things get started, and you got to be willing to change. And you got to have a sense of pride about yourself. It's not about the money. It's not about anything. It's more about the pride. And, you know, the best players, whoever's playing the best is going to win.
What's the most amount of holes you played in one day?
Ooh, what? 63?
Damn.
I was bowling 63. I was younger.
I'm gonna try to beat that one.
Good luck.
That's big. Yeah, good luck to me. Out of all the players here this week on Team USA or Europe, whose game would you want to have the most?
John Rahm. Quick swing, doesn't waste time.
That's a keep it
Shows his
simple swing.
emotions, and he's playing really good right now.
That's a keep it simple swing right there. Who's the most fun basketball player you play with on the course, or one that you like to beat the most?
Danny Ainge.
He's my new favorite. I like that too. My new favorite too.
He talks a lot of trash, don't he?
He
Yes,
talks
he
a lot
does.
of trash.
Imagine him on the basketball court. I had to deal with him there too.
Yeah, I'll just stick with him out here. And last thing, what's your favorite thing just about the Ryder Cup?
Once again, the camaraderie, the patriotism. You know, you representing your country, the chills I feel, and know that everybody's vying to try to win that cup. It's not about the money. It's not about anything. It's more about the pride. And, you know, the best players, whoever's playing the best is going to win. You know, I hate that we've been playing bad, that they won, but I got a good feeling this year.
Let's
I got
do
a good feeling.
Let's do it. I appreciate you sitting down. I know how much golf means to both of us, and it's nice to connect on that level.
Anytime.
And, yeah, I'm going to bring my wallet next time we play.
Come on down to the Grove. I got some
Absolutely.
treatments for you.
Absolutely.
So basically, you got to listen to greatness personified. And you got two guys from different eras. One guy was given the league after, you know, they moved to NBC. They made him the focal point, which was the smart thing to do because Michael Jordan generated a lot of money. And to me, for him to get paid how he was getting paid, that's a travesty. He should have made way more than what he was making. Now, Steph Curry was talking. My thing is this. Hold on, what's going on? Oh, here we go. My thing is this. Where's LeBrownies? Why didn't he do a sit down with LeBrownies? He would do a sit down with Steph Curry. People would be like, well, because of golf and everything. That's majority, but in my opinion, I just think Steph wanted to talk, look up to him. And to me, Michael is cooler with a lot of the other guys, but he's not cool with LeBrownies. But with this interview, this showed you the difference in personality, the difference in the person. Steph is very laid back. He's more of a go with the flow guy. Michael, on the other hand, is direct and in your face when he has to be. So, you know, it was... You know, it was looked at as, how can I say it? It's looked at as you see old school and new school. And Mike answered a question there, which was very smart. it basically was, oh, well, when Steph asked him, would you rather play on the road or at home? And Mike's first thing was, oh, I would love to play on the road because you're not expected to win. And see, that's the mindset of what makes greatness. Yeah, Mike's a scumbag for a lot of things, but Michael was great. So, you know. So that was a little interview between them. And it just shows you how, you know, these guys are able to talk and communicate. The competitiveness. You know, Steph talking with Mike was big. And to me, LeBron see that, and I know it pisses him off because he's never been able to get a relationship with Mike because Mike don't respect what he did. But the golf and everything, it just shows you how competitive Mike is. Mike's still talking like he on the court. You know, sending shots at Steph and all the other guys. You know, everybody know why he did it. But you know how it is. But I love the video that they did together. I hope more to come. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. So that's what's up, man. I mean, it was great seeing Mike again, you know, talk talk his shit to Steph. It was hilarious. But don't let that baby face fool you. Don't let it fool you. Because Chef can go off when it's time to. And he's going to show this year that he's still that guy. I think people have been real disrespectful of Steph Curry lately. So, you know how that goes. But let me know in the comment section what you thought about the interview. And we need to start answering is Steph Curry just as impactful as Michael? I think he is. I think he's changed the generation on how guys play basketball, just like when Mike played. So, you know. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and an HDIITV. Thank you for listening. We are out. Deezy.